Okay, it's recording. Let me start sharing my screen now so we can go quickly into the presentation for tonight. Okay. Please, I want to be sure that you can see me, you can hear me. Please, if you cannot hear me, if you cannot see me, please let me know. Okay, so it's not look as though I'm talking to myself. Okay. Okay, I see people are joining. Yes, you're welcome. You are welcome. Yeah. So mute yourself as you're joining in. Mute yourself. Mute your mic, please. So it's not going to distract. Okay, I'll start sharing my screen now so we can jump into the presentation. Okay, there we have it. Okay. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Getting ready. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin now. And what we'll be discussing today is a very, very important topic. A lot of persons are concerned and wondering how they can get into Canada. And today, I'm going to show you how not only will you get into Canada, but how you can transit from being a temporary resident of Canada to become a permanent resident. And I know Canada is a wonderful country. Everyone wants to be in Canada because they have a lot of job opportunities. Yes, you get a lot of connections. So everybody wants to get it. The economy is blossoming. Yes, so everybody wants to get in. But now the problem is how. So today you are going to find out how. Okay, let's move on. We have a few house rules, yes, to make this training a successful one. So while we are waiting for others to come in, here are some rules and reminders to keep in mind. Please turn off your camera and your microphone, and also feel free to type your questions in the chat box, but that is going to be after the presentation. Okay, so quickly, let's look at what we are going to cover in this session. We're going to be looking at benefits of becoming a Canadian permanent resident, and then why the study route. And then steps in the study route, the documents that are required for the study route, and an effective system that can help you and how you can get access to this system. Then finally, we take our questions and our answers. Okay. So quickly, let's jump into it. But before then, there are two reasons why I'm making this training free, because I love to give back to the society. And besides, it's not going to profit me anything, or if I should keep all this information I'll be exposing to you tonight to myself. And the second reason, it gives me exposure. I get to meet and connect with people. Like today, I'm meeting a whole lot of persons. We have people from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Kenya, from Cameroon, and you see why I'm making this training. So what I actually need from you today is focus. I need you to put aside every distraction, because this training has the capacity of paving the way for you to achieve your goal of relocating to Canada as soon as possible. Also, I need you to have an implementation mindset, okay? Because after you have gotten all this information, if you do not implement it, nothing changes. So I want things to change for you, okay? So do we have a deal? Do we have a deal? If you have a deal, type in the comment section, deal. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, we have a deal.
Yeah, we have a deal. That's good. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we have a deal. We have a deal.
Can
Yeah,
you see my
we have a
yeah,
deal.
yeah, you can see my screen and you can see me. Okay, now let's proceed. Let's proceed. That's good. So let's quickly look at benefits of becoming a Canadian permanent resident. Why is everybody wanting to become a permanent? Number one, we have the travel rights. So as a permanent resident, you are able to visit most countries around the world. And you will not need a visa. You can visit a country without a visa, or you can get a visa on arrival. And another wonderful benefit is financial benefits. Your children under the age of 18 years, they are paid like up to $500 a month, 500 Canadian dollars a month. So depending on their ages, they have what we call financial benefits for your children. Another benefit is free medications. Yeah, you don't have to pay so much, huge amount of money for medications. Another benefit are job opportunities. Now, there are some sensitive positions in the government or security that are only given to permanent residents. So if you are not a permanent resident, you cannot get these positions. So these are the reasons why people are rushing in to become Canadian permanent resident, because there are various job opportunities. Another benefit is low tuition fee for your kids. Yeah, you don't have to pay too much. For instance, if international students are paying tuition fee of 15,000 Canadian dollars, as a permanent resident, you are going to pay either 5,000 or 10,000. So low tuition fee. And there is the benefit of certainty. Once you get a permanent resident status, it's very difficult to lose it. Now, there are various routes to become Canadian permanent resident, but why today, why did we choose to talk about the study route? So I want to look at why the study route. You can either use the express entry, yes, you can use the family sponsorship, you can use the Atlantic immigration route, and there are so many of them. But today, we are going to be focusing on the study route. And why the study route? Number one reason is that it is the easiest route with the highest admission rate to Canada from undergraduate to PhD. And another thing is most other routes are paused right now. Like the caregiver, I know some persons want to come into Canada as a caregiver, it has been paused, and so many of them. Okay, even during the COVID, when even the express entry was paused, Canada was still accepting international students into the country. Okay, so another reason why the study route, it does not require the IELTS exam, that's the English proficiency test. And a lot of persons are scared of these exams. So if you are one of them that are scared of writing this exam, well, if you are using the study route, then don't bother yourself about IELTS. And that there is no age restriction. For the express entry, if you are below 35, then your chances of getting an invitation to apply for permanent residence will be very, very slim. Okay? And I know a lot of persons here, some of you are above 35. Yes. So with the study route, even at age 40, you can still use that to come into Canada. Okay? And another thing is your family can join you in Canada. So if you are wondering, okay, I want to come to Canada to study. Okay, what about my family? How do I do? How do I do about my family? Okay, don't worry about that. Your family can join you in Canada. So you come in as a student, and your wife or your kids, they also come alongside with you. So just know that when you're using the study route, your family can join you. Another reason why you should consider the study route is it is a sure route to permanent resident, because you are getting Canada education and work experience. And the combination of these two is going to boost your application for permanent residence. And finally, why you should consider the study route is that you can do it yourself without a travel agent. You don't need to contact a travel agent to help you secure a visa to study in Canada. Okay, so let's look at the steps in the study route. I hope I am not too fast. I hope I'm not too fast. I hope you're following.
I'm not too fast, and we are following.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, I want to use the study route. I've explained to you why you should consider the study route. Now, the question is, how do we begin? What are the steps? How do I start? Okay, so the steps in the study route, the first step, number one, you choose a school and a program in a province where you can easily get permanent residence. Yes, take note of that. Choose a school. First, choose a school and a program in a province where you can easily get what? Permanent residence. Then the second step, you apply either to a university or a college, depending on your results, your credentials, or your characteristics. And also if you can meet up with the school's admission requirements, okay? Then the third step, you get an offer. After you have applied, you wait to get an offer of admission. Then you apply for a study visa. The fourth stage, you arrive Canada to study. Then you get your what? Your study permit. Now, the study permit is given to you in Canada, and it gives you the opportunity to work and study. Okay, you work 20 hours as a student in Canada. Then finally, you graduate and you apply for PR. You can see that the steps are very simple. Yeah, the steps are very simple, but there are tricks and there are strategies you need to apply if you really want to, use this route to permanent residence. So let's quickly look at if you're choosing a school, what are the criteria you need to consider? You need to consider these factors if you are choosing a school. Very important. So the number one, if you want to become a permanent resident in Canada, this is the first thing you need to do. When you are searching for a school, this should guide you. The school should be a DLI. What do I mean by a DLI? A designated learning institution, number one. Now, designated learning institutions are institutions, either university or college, that is approved by a province of Canada to host international students. So that means not all schools, not all universities or colleges are approved to host international students. So you need to know that the school you are intending to send in your applications accept international students. That's the number one criteria. Another criteria is that the school should offer what we call a postgraduate work eligible program. Yes. Now, what's a postgraduate work permit? A postgraduate work permit gives you the opportunity to stay back in Canada and work after your graduation. If the school doesn't give this, that means after your study, you are returning back to your home country. And I'm sure that is not what you want for yourself. So you need to know that the school offers what? A postgraduate work permit, which gives you the opportunity, allows you to work for any employer in Canada. Now, this is how it works. If you study for 8 months, now if you're coming for 6 months to study, you're not going to get this postgraduate work permit. Your study should last for a period of 8 months. So if you study for 8 months, you are going to get a 1-year postgraduate work permit. Then if your program lasts for 2 years, you're going to get a 3 years work permit. So this is how it works. So another criteria when you're choosing a school, the school should be in a province where you can easily get PR. Yes, you need to consider this as well. Then the next stage is cost of tuition. Very important. I know a lot of persons have been asking, where do I get schools that the tuition fee are so affordable? Well, if you are looking for cheap schools, then you should focus in the Atlantic provinces like the New Brunswick, the Prince Edward Island, the Nova Scotia, the Newfoundland, and Labrador. So these are the places you can get a tuition fee that are very low that you can afford. So you need to consider this when you're searching for a school. Cost of tuition. Then the next is availability of funding and scholarship. You need to know if the school offers scholarship. Yes. When you go to their website, the school website, you should be able to check and you will see that. And most of them have scholarship. And I found that a lot of persons do not know how to go about it. I'm going to show you.
We cannot hear you. The network.
You can't hear me? Okay.
We can hear you. Perhaps it is his own settings.
Okay.
We can hear you too.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay. Thank you for that.
I'm not hearing you.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Okay. Then the next factor you need to consider when you are choosing a school is the cost of living. Cost of. Can you hear me? I hope you can all hear me and you can see my
Yes,
screen.
we can hear you. We can hear you. Go on.
Okay. And the cost of living as well. So these are the factors you need to consider when you are choosing a school. So let's proceed to the next one. Now let's talk about scholarship and funding. And this is where a lot of persons are concerned. How do I get scholarship? How do I get funding? The reason is some of you cannot afford the tuition fee, and that's why you're looking for scholarship. But you need to know, not everybody is going to get scholarship. Scholarship, if you're looking for scholarship, they have requirements. You need to be able to meet up with their requirements. So let's look at the type of scholarship we have. We have the entrance scholarship, okay? We have the entrance scholarship. Now, these scholarships are given by universities and colleges. Now, you do nothing to apply separately for this scholarship. It is given to those that have that performed well. Maybe in your high school certificate, you had a good grade. Then once you're sending your applications to the school and they find out that you are good, your performance is high, you are going to get this scholarship, entrance scholarship. Okay, now the next scholarship we have is fully funded scholarship. Now, these scholarships are given especially for master's program and PhDs, that are research-based. Yes, so if you're coming for a master's program or a PhD and it is a research-based program, then you can qualify, you can get fully funded. Now, this scholarship is 100% tuition waiver, and you also get what we call monthly stipend. It means you do not have to pay for tuition fee, and then your living expenses is also covered. Yes, so this is another type of scholarship. We also have the tuition fee waiver. In this case, you don't have to pay tuition fee, but you're not going to get monthly stipend. It therefore means you're going to take care of your living expenses, okay? Then we also have partial tuition fee waiver. It could be 25% or 75%, depending. So I know you're concerned. If I do not get a full scholarship, what do I do? Don't worry. By the end of this webinar, you're going to find out what you need to do about that. So please take note of this. Always check the scholarship requirements to see if you qualify before submitting your applications. Take note of this. I know a lot of persons, they submit and they'll come back crying that I submitted, I've not heard anything. You need to know, did you meet up with their requirements? Take note of that. Okay. After you are done with scholarship, the next thing is, now, a lot of people prioritize getting admission and scholarship more than getting their study visas. I know a lot of messages I receive from people every day. How do I get scholarship? How do I get scholarship? Yes, it's good to get scholarship, but at the same time, your focus shouldn't be on admission scholarship, and then you forget the most important aspect of this journey, because it's a journey. Your relocation to Canada, it's a journey, and they have stages, okay? So I'm not saying that getting admission or scholarship is not important. No, getting admission is the first key to getting a visa. And getting a scholarship saves you a lot of cost when applying for a visa. But of what use is the scholarship if you can't secure a study visa? It's a very big question. What is the essence? What's the essence? You have scholarship. I've seen people, a friend of mine who got scholarship 2 times. He got the first one, but his study visa was denied. The second time he tried, his study visa was denied. So they are not going to consider because you have scholarship, they're going to give you study visa. Study visa is different from admission, different from scholarship. So you need to approach all with the same attitude. You need to be strategic in your application when it comes to, relocating to Canada through the study route. Look at it as a whole, okay? The admission stage, the scholarship stage, and then the visa. And the visa is the most important. So what is a Canada visa? A Canada visa is just a stamp on your passport which allows you to enter the country of Canada or any country you are aspiring to go to, okay? So it's the permission for you to travel to the country and then legally be able to stay either temporarily or what? Permanently. So that is what a visa is. So let's quickly look at the visa requirements and how to submit a visa that cannot be denied, because this is where a lot of people get refusal. A lot of people are applying for visa, but they get what? A refusal. So the number one is the proof of funds. I hope you can hear me, and I hope I'm not so fast.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I want to quickly talk about something very important that gets a lot of people get their visa denied. That's the proof of funds. Yeah. What is the proof of fund? Proof of fund is money that you need to show that you can be able to take care of your living expenses while you get into Canada. You can also be able to take care of your family. You can also be able to take care of your tuition fee in Canada. So this is a reason. This is one of the reasons why people get their visa denied, and we are going to address that quickly. So proof of fund, you need to show your bank statement. How much do you have in your account? Please. I know a lot of people, you want to relocate, and then you have 10 million naira in your account. They will just put the whole 10 million naira in their account because they are applying for visa. Don't do that. You need to show a trend. Your bank statement should be from within 4 to 6 months. You need to show a trend in your bank statement. Don't put a hold on, because the visa officer will think because you want to relocate, you have probably gone to borrow money or look for money, because they are aware of all these activities that are going on by fraudulent agents. So you just get money and put in your account and you show it to them, and then you feel you are going to get your visa approved. No. We have had a lot of people who had someone of recent last week had 10 million naira in accounts from his sponsor, but the visa was denied. So you see, so you need to show a trend. The money needs to come from a source. It's either from your salary account or whatsoever account that the money is coming from. You need to show it, because your bank statement will be verified. And if your document can't be verified or it is falsified, your visa will be denied. So please, when you're submitting any document, financial statement, it should be genuine. It should be verifiable. Okay? Then another factor that can get your visa denied is what? You need to provide a strong home time. Home time is about what is going to propel you to return back after your studies. In case you're unable to get a permanent residence, what is going to propel you? So home tie ranges from either economic, from family and other ties. And it doesn't matter whether you're married or you're not. So at this point, even though you are coming to Canada to study, to get permanent residence, you need to convince the visa officer that you're going to return back to your home country after your study. That is very, very important. This is where a lot of persons get it wrong. Okay? Because if they find that you have an intention of staying back, they may refuse your visa. So you need to show this. Now, another one is what? Study plan. You need to have a study plan. Now, this is where I see a lot of people. You studied, for instance, you studied banking and finance, yes, and then you want to go into Canada to study biology, maybe because after you study banking and finance, your uncle or your auntie has a pharmacy, and you have opportunity to work in the pharmacy, and you have gotten knowledge about medicine, and you feel you can wake up one day to go to Canada or to come into Canada to study medicine. No, it doesn't work that way. So what you're coming to Canada to study should be in line with what you have done. Okay, so if you study banking and finance, if you're coming to Canada, you need to choose something that is related to what? Banking and finance. Okay, so there should be a progression. Why are you coming to Canada? Why? Why did you choose this school? Why did you choose this country? What are you coming to study? And this course or this program you're coming to study, how is it valuable to you? You need to show this. There needs to be a plan. And I know someone, she really wants to study nursing, but I asked her, what did you study in school? She did either biology or so. I said, okay, what you need to do, I don't know if biology and nursing, I know if you want to do nursing, you need to go to a school, maybe in your home country, get at least a diploma in nursing before you can take an advanced course in nursing. She did biology. I told her, okay, at this point, you can't just go into Canada to study nursing. Choose a course that is related to biology. Then once you get into Canada, you can switch and do nursing. The reason for this, so that you not get your visa denied. Take note of these points. Another very, very important point is violation of visa terms. Now, the IRCC has noticed, IRCC responsible for processing visa, they have noticed that a lot of students from certain countries, they violate the terms of visa. What that means is that as a student, as you're coming in Canada, you have just 20 hours to work in a week. But they find out that most people will work more than above 20 hours. And when they find out that you're working above 20 hours, your visa can be denied, or you can be sent back to your home country. And some persons get into Canada, and after a while, they stop schooling. Please don't do that. If you have that intention of doing that, please don't do that. If not, you can be asked to go back to your home country. So you need to ensure you meet up with the visa requirements before you submit. So let's quickly look at the documents requirement for school admission and scholarship. So what are the documents you need to submit if you are looking for admission or scholarship? You need your transcript. You need proof of English test. Yes, the IELTS. No, I said it earlier on that you don't need this, but there are some schools that will require this proof of English test. Now, if you're coming from a country like Nigeria, like Ghana, like Kenya, or some countries where they speak English, you don't need to write this exam. What you need to do is just to send a letter requesting for a waiver for this test, that you studied in English and that you know how to speak English. You can communicate very well in English. That is what you should do here. Okay. So if in case the school require for this is what you should do. You also need your statement of results. You need your academic CV, not just the regular CV, the one you submit, job CV. No, academic CV. You also need statement of purpose. You also need two or three recommendation letters and your international passport. Now, this document we have mentioned or we have listed here, the most important document, if you want to increase your chance of getting admission and scholarship, is your statement of purpose and your academic CV. Now, your statement of purpose is a personal statement detailing your personality, your aspiration, your determination, and your enthusiasm towards your application. And if it is done right, you boost your chance of getting admission. You need to prove to the admission committee that you really need this. You are not begging, you are not pleading, but you deserve this, because there are lots of persons that are applying, and it is your statement of purpose that is going to make you stand out and you'll be considered for the admission. Also, your academic CV. And then a lot of persons have issues coming up with this. But today, I'm going to show you how you can do and how you can write a winning statement of purpose. So for your visa, if you have gotten admission and you want to process your visa, you need your admission letter, your proof of English test. I've said it. If it is needed, your personal statement. Your personal statement for visa is different from the one you submit for school admission. You need to show the visa officer why you choose Canada. Why did you choose Canada? Why did you choose this school? Why didn't you study in your country and you decide to come here? So getting a study visa is not easy. Not because the process is hard, but because of lack of adequate information and guidance. So you need to be very careful when you're crafting this personal statement, okay? Because there is no physical interview. You will need to write, I've said, an SOP for visa. And this is your one-time interview where you are going to explain why you choose Canada, your school, your choice of program, why didn't you study it. It's very, very important if you want to get what your visa approved. So take note of this. Then your financial statement, very, very important. So this is how much you are going to be needing, if you are coming to Canada. As I've said, proof of funds. Okay, you need school application. From this slide here, we have school application that ranges from $100 to $150, depending. I know someone who got $45. You can get $35. You need to pay school application. It's just like in Nigeria or any country. Before you submit your application to a school, you need to pay either the acceptance fee or the application fee. So that's how it is in Canada. You need to pay the school application fee. Then we have the tuition fee, which ranges from 11,000 to 30,000 Canadian dollars, depending on the program, depending on the school. Then if you've gotten a scholarship that covers your tuition fee, you don't have to worry about that. Then we have the living expenses. As an applicant, what is required is 10,000 Canadian dollars per year for a single applicant. So if you are coming with your family, either your wife or your two children, you need to provide additional 4,000 Canadian dollars for every person. Okay. Then the visa application is just $150. Then you do your medicals. It's 50,000 here, but I know the price has increased as of now. Then we have your airfare and your miscellaneous. So this is how much you'll be needing if you are coming to Canada to study. Now, like I said, we talk about scholarship. You can get a scholarship that is going to cover your tuition fee and your living expenses. Now, if your scholarship covers this, then you just have to provide the school application, your visa application, your medicals, your airfare, and your miscellaneous. So this is the total amount you'll be needing if you are coming using the study routes. Okay, now we have major problem. There's a major problem when it comes to using the study route, which is visa denial. We have talked about that, and fraudulent travel agents. So this is the problem that we have currently now. So I'm going to ask a very important question. Very, very important question before we proceed. Very, very important question before we proceed. So, why do you use I want to ask a very important question. Why would you contact a travel agent? Anybody? Why would you contact a travel agent? Because this is where a lot of people contact travel agents to process their document for them. So I want to ask a very important question. Why? I hope I'm not talking to myself. I hope you can hear me.
The fact here, hello.
Yes.
For me, I feel the fact here is simple. What one doesn't know is bigger than that person. So in order for me to get things I want, I haven't knowledge of, I think it's important I have this agent standing by me to help me out in whatsoever I want to do.
Okay, so the reason you contact a travel agent is because you do not have knowledge of the process.
Prior knowledge, no prior knowledge, yes.
Okay. Anybody? Why will you contact a travel agent to help you process your travel documents? Why?
I don't know if you are hearing me.
Yeah?
Hello, can I say
Is anybody speaking? Okay, go ahead.
The reason why I will do that is because of what I will call mentally.
Is anybody speaking? Why will you contact?
Esther.
Yes.
Esther has been trying to speak here.
Okay, go ahead.
I want you to switch off, take yourself out, then come in again. take yourself out, come in again. I think to clear the airway for you.
Okay. Okay, if you cannot speak, I want you to type in the comment section. Why would you contact a travel agent to help process your travel documents? Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know if you are hearing me. I'm talking.
Is someone speaking? I can't hear you properly. Maybe you have to type in the comment section.
Hello. I don't know if you are hearing me, but I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
All right. I said, to me, one reason why I would contact an agency to do this, agents to do this for me, is because of what I would call mental laziness. If I'll be applying for a PhD. With the work I'm doing, I don't really have the time. If I can get somebody who will write a statement of purpose for me, just to tell the person this is what I want to do, then I think the proposal too. There's somebody that will do it for me that I can pay, and I don't know if that is legal. I don't know if it's right. But if there's anybody that will do that for me, and the running around, the visa you are talking about, if somebody can do some things for me, I can pay. You understand?
Okay. But do you have knowledge about the process? Because if you're assigning someone to do it for you, you need to at least know.
Yes. Okay. For a seminar like this, with this that I've learned a lot now. So I think I should know what person will be doing for me now.
Okay. That's good.
Hello?
Good. Okay. Thanks for that. It's anybody typing? Anybody? Why would you contact a travel agent to process your travel documents to Canada for you? Why? What differentiates you? What differentiates you? Okay, Robert, go ahead.
I think some of these agents, we tend to think like they're very genuine, and we always want to engage them. But the fact that we don't have a lot of information concerning traveling and maybe the best airlines to use, and how cheaper they could be or how expensive they could be, the exposure, I think, drives us to contact them from time to time.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. From what you said, inadequate information. Okay, so what differentiates you from a travel agent? What differentiates you? I'm going to review that quickly. What differentiates you from everybody, type right now in the comment section, information. Type in the comment section, information. What differentiates you from a travel agent? Why would you contact a travel agent? The answer is information. Type in the comment section, information. Yes, to be sure you're following. You contact a travel agent because you do not have adequate information. You are confused. You don't know how to go about it. That is why you are going to contact. Please, if your mic is on, kindly mute yourself. Mute yourself. Yes, information. Yeah, someone is saying because of the meticulous process of Canada visa, lack of confidence, and the fear of what? Rejection. Yes, lack of information as well. Information and knowledge, they say, is what? Power. And today, you are going to be bombarded with knowledge. The knowledge of how to handle your visa application by yourself. Because you have learned today that if you are using the study routes, you can do it by yourself. You don't need to contact a travel agent, because we have fraudulent agents and a whole lot. I hear a lot of stories. People are being duped on a daily basis, and I'm sure you don't want to be duped. You do not want to fall into that same situation. It's a very terrible one. The latest one that happened of a family, they had to sell everything. They sold all their properties just in a bid to relocate. On getting to the airport, they found out that it was, excuse me.
There is something wrong. Hello?
Hold on a moment. She's
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you.
Shortly, she will be available. Hello, everyone.
Yes, boss.
Hold on a bit. She is coming. Just
Is it
hold
the
on
network?
a bit.
Is it the network or something?
Somehow network distraction, but then she was pissed off. Just hold on a bit.
It's okay.
Yes. She had a little cough, so she needed to take a liquid.
Hello, sorry about that. Hello, can you hear me? I'm sorry for the break in transmission.
Yes, we can.
Okay, we are back again. I'm sorry. It seems many are just coming and going because of the network. Sorry about that. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. We can hear you.
Okay. Thanks for staying put. So let's proceed quickly. I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, welcome back. So let's proceed. Okay, we have been able to establish why you contact a travel agent is because of information, lack of information. And today, what simply differentiates you from a travel agent is information. Now, I want to ask you, what if you have access to that same information that a travel agent will use to process your documents? Would that make you happy? Will it make you happy?
Yes.
If it's going to make you happy, type in the comment section, yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if you have the same, yes, good. Now, if you have the same information, an agent will use to process your travel document and then charge you so much, what do you think is going to happen? For instance, you meet a travel agent to process your visa for you, and he's telling you need to pay $3,000. How much is $3,000? And then, luckily for you, you have access to that same information. Now, what that agent have is what? Highly classified information. Now, this information cannot be found on Google. If everybody can have access to that same information an agent uses to process our travel documents, then there will be no need. There will be no need contacting one. Okay? So today you are going to be having access to that same information an agent will use to process your visa. And I'm going to show it to you quickly. Now, this information is going to address the problems that we have. It's going to really address this problem. The problem of visa denial and fraudulent agents. This is the major challenge people face. This is the major challenge that people face when they are processing. So, what then is the solution? What is the solution to this big problem? So I want to quickly share a story about a lady or a woman called Seyi Obasi. Now, Seyi Obasi, who is she? Seyi Obasi is a Nigerian who for some years back decided to leave the country after her undergraduate studies due to its depreciating standard of living. And she is currently a permanent resident in Canada with 2 master's degrees from Brock University, Canada, and the Robert Gordon University, Scotland, UK. And Seyi is a project management professional who has won several awards, both locally and internationally. She currently works as a sustainability consultant in Canada and also gives consultations on Canadian immigration matters to help people achieve their dream of studying, working, and permanently relocating to Canada. But before Seyi Obasi became an immigration expert, she once encountered the same challenges that are associated with traveling abroad. She was once scammed by a fraudulent agent. She had a study visa denied several times. Remember, she opened the express entry profile. It expired. And all that. She was denied a visa several times. Then, after much research, because she had a heart set on coming to Canada. So what she did, because she was advised by some of her friends who were in Canada then to use the study route, just as you are learning today. So she got into business and started making a lot of research. And then after much research, she was able to gather some information, and then she used that information to process for her travel documents, right from admission to the point of getting permanent residence in Ghana. Currently, before then, that time she was able to get full funding of 27 Canadian dollars. Look at her image here. Okay, that was before. This funding she got covered her tuition and her living expenses. And now today, she's a graduate of Masters in Sustainability and Consultant in Brock University. And she's also a licensed immigration expert that is helping so many people to relocate to Canada. And I'm sure you are here because you want to relocate to Canada. And then this information I've been talking about is what is contained in the No Hassle Niger to Canada Japa system. That Shea has used to relocate herself to Canada, and other people who are now in Canada, it has been put together, and it is contained in what we call the No Hassle Niger to Canada Japa system. You'll be asking, what is the No Hassle Niger to Canada Japa system? It's a system that shows you step by step how to achieve your dream of relocating to Canada in the most affordable way possible. Remember, I said affordable way. You don't have to pay $3,000 to an agent. Can you hear me?
My Wi-Fi.
Okay, please mute your mic so you don't distract us. Now, it's a system that shows you step by step how to achieve your dream of relocating to Canada in the most affordable way possible. You don't have to pay an agent to run your applications for you. And you are not scared of getting your visa denied, or you are not scared of an agent duping you of your money. So the Canada Japa system, what is it? It takes you by the hand and shows you step by step how to apply for admission to the school of your choice in Canada. The exact way agents do it. The same way an agent is going to do your admission rounds for you. That is the same thing the Canada Japa system is going to show you step by step how to apply for admission to the school of your choice. The Canada Japa system is going to show you the best kind of schools to apply to based on your credentials. As you know, not every school is going to fit what you want to study. So it's going to show you how the best kind of schools. Also, it's going to show you how to understand the requirement for each school. And when you know this, when you are able to understand this, your chances of getting admission increases to 98%, in short, 100%. So it's going to show you also how to process your study visas using strategies and little known tips to get your visa approved for the first time. You don't have to worry about visa denial. You apply the first time, deny, second time, deny, third time, deny. No. The Canada Japa system will show you how to do so, because it's filled with strategies and tips that is going to get your visa approved for the first time. Now, this information I'm sharing with you is just 10% of what is in this Japa system right now. Because it's almost going to show you how your family can join you in Canada, especially for those that are coming with their families. And guess what? The Japa system also gives you a simple, easy to use school search tool that you don't need to crack your head searching for schools or program. And someone sent me a message asking, what program do I go for? I don't know, I'm confused. If you are such person today, with the easy to use school search tool, you don't have to worry yourself. Because with this, you can easily find a school, you can easily find a program, because all the requirements are stated there. So based on your characteristics, if you meet up, then you can send in your applications. Now, the Japa system contains a database of scholarships you can apply to support your study in Canada. So if you are looking for scholarship, if you are looking for scholarship, then you need the JAPA system because it has a database of scholarships you can apply to. Yes, and all the requirement shows you how to apply for this scholarship. And for those who are unable to get scholarship, because I know not everyone will get scholarship. So if you do not get scholarship, what are you going to do? We have our international organizations in Canada that support international students. So there are information in the JAPA system that shows you how you can apply for these study loans for those who do not get funding or scholarship and need funds to study. You also have highly selected sample template of statement of purpose, emails to supervisors, reference letters. You can just copy and model and use them to prepare your document. So with the JAPA system, you don't have to worry yourself. If you are here today, you are worried about how are you going to start writing your statement of purpose, your academic CV, then don't worry. There are samples in the JAPA system you can use to prepare that.
Madam.
And there are bonus packages for those who are going to get into the JAPA system today. You get a free basic reviews of all your documents to correct any mistakes before submitting it for school, for scholarship, or for visa application. So as you prepare your documents, as you prepare all your documents, if someone's speaking, please you have to hold on. After the presentation, I will take your questions, okay? Thank you very much. So those that will get into the JAPA system today are going to get these wonderful bonuses. Yes, once you prepare all your documents, it's going to be reviewed to correct any mistake because we don't want you to have what we call visa denial. It's a very terrible situation. So you're going to get that as a bonus if you get into the JAPA system today. You're also going to get a free one-on-one consultation with me, Sheyi Obasi, and our team for support and guidance. So if you're worried about where am I going to get this guidance, where am I going to get this support, you are going to get it here today. So this is the bonus package you're going to enjoy for getting the JAPA system today. You also have another bonus, how to get a job and accommodation in Canada. I know you're worried, and I know you're concerned about how I need a job. I know so many people want to come into Canada because they are interested in working. Yes, with this bonus package, you're going to get a job. It's going to show you how to get a job and accommodation, which is very important in Canada. And the fourth bonus for those that are jumping into the JAPA system is you're going to get how to legally remain in Canada after your studies and then become a permanent resident. So this is going to show you how to apply for your permanent resident after your study. So these are the bonus packages. It's also going to show you the 12 things you need, how to put all your documents together. Now, this package goes for only 40,000 Naira in Nigerian Naira and equivalent amount in your country currency, whether you're from Ghana or from Cameroon or whatever country you are joining us today. You can just check the equivalent amount of the JAPA system. And this is what you are getting today because this information is what an agent is not going to show you, how to get a job and accommodation in Canada. That's none of his business. Once you get into Canada, you can sort yourself out. But we have taken it, we have done the extra mile to include this because it's a major concern for people that are coming into Canada. Where do I settle? Where do I settle? I need a job. How do I go about it? So you are getting it today. Okay? Then an agent is not concerned about how you are going to apply for permanent residence. It's none of his business. All he's interested in, okay, I processed your visa for you and it came out fine. You go to Canada, then you sort yourself out. But we have included it here. It's a bonus package, okay, for you. Yes, in the JAPA, and this is what you are getting. This is the total package of JAPA system sample template that you can use to prepare your own documents by yourself. Easy to use school search tool. Yes, loan financing. I've mentioned that for study loans. You also have a converter tools you can convert your CGPA to that of Canadian standard. This is what you are getting. A whole lot of the list of schools and scholarships are in the JAPA system. So if you are worried about what school, what program, what do I study, it's in the JAPA system. So this is what you are getting today for only 40,000 naira, and this is a limited offer for those who are going to jump in. Now you are asking maybe a question. How effective is this system? Has it worked for others? Has it worked for people? Yes. On this screen, you will see this visa came out last month. This is September 29 for one of our clients who use the JAPA system. And it says, congrats to this amazing client, program, Global Business Management background, BSc Sociology, business owner, and age 39. Now, this client cannot use the express entry because he's above 35. And then he used this system, which I'm showing to you today, to get his visa approved. And then on the next slide, the same slide, we have someone who sends us a message saying, hello dear, my son got admitted. Thanks so much for the JAPA system. You are simply the best. It's like a dream. And this is a video of one of our clients. I know you will not be able to hear. You may not be able to hear it as the video is playing, but I've been able to pin it up. If you check the group, I've been able to pin this video there so you can go and watch it. Yeah, she says Canada is a great place to live and to study. And we have final words from Sheyi Obasi. I know you may not be able to hear what she's saying, but I really love you to listen to what Sheyi Obasi have to say to us today. Sorry for that. Sheyi Obasi have a message for you. You may not be able to hear it, but I have been able to pin this video up there so you can go check it out, hear what Sheyi Obasi have to say to you about coming to Canada to study, and then a blueprint is going to help you prepare all your documents, because there are a lot of information out there and it's confusing. You can get this information on Google, on YouTube, but with this, you are sure of preparing all your documents by yourself. So we have come to the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening. So I'm going to take question. But I'm going to leave a final words with you. And the question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can decide to say, okay, no problem, I'm going to figure it out myself. But just know that time and money is going to be spent. And Canada, they change their policies. And by the time you figure it out by yourself, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, and Canada has changed their policy, which may not favor you. Or you may also get older. You know, the more you get older, the more your chances of getting to Canada becomes slim. Or you can decide to go use a travel agent. I'm not saying that there are no good travel agents. There are. But let's say you get a good travel agent that is genuine, yes, but you are going to spend a whole lot of money, which you can save that money and use it for yourself, okay? Or you can decide to jump at this offer because it is limited. To use this blueprint that has helped many persons, families to relocate to Canada at a cheaper price. You don't have to worry about visa denial. You don't have to worry about fraudulent agents. These are the 3 options that are available to you. So don't wait watching and seeing other people relocate to Canada and you are wondering how. I've shown you how they are doing it, and now it is your time. This is the time to take action. And if you do nothing, nothing changes. So this is the time to do something new, something crazy that is going to bring the result. Don't remain in your confusion. Don't remain at the same level. You can change your position today. So this is the final word for you before I go in. I have one of our JAPA system students, let me use clients, who is going to come up I'll give him the opportunity to come and share with us his experience. I know his experience before he came in contact with the JAPA system. I know Mr. Evans is here to share with us quickly. Mr. Evans, are you here? Mr. Evans? Okay, it seems he's not here. But before he comes on, I would like to take questions. So if you have questions, please put up your hands and ask your question. Then once Mr. Evans comes, we are going to
We can't hear you. Audio, please.
Your only job is to put these shackles on the dog, and I hope you do it. Why am I thinking so much? I came here by mistake. I'm certain that Cookie will arrange our family. Cookie the Singing Star, Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. on Star Live. So college reunion is coming up, and everyone is attending. You have to come. I find it quite funny how every time you come to a house, you have to take on a
Okay.
I don't care at all, Talia. She's allowed to meet other people and go out if she wants to.
Yeah. The network is very bad. But can you see me now? I was logged out a minute ago, but I'm back.
Yeah, we
Can you
can
hear
see
me?
you
Can
now.
you see me? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Is Mr. Evans here? Mr. Evans. No. There's a noise in the background. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Yeah. Is Mr. Evans here?
Yes, I'm on the background. Good evening.
Okay. Yeah, it's time for you to come share your experience with us so far with the JAPA system. Your experience, how has it been so far? I know before now, what has been, when you were wanting to relocate to Canada, I know you have been a wonderful person. Yeah, you share your experience with me and with others. How has it been? Before you came in contact with JAPA system, how has it been? Quickly, before we take questions.
So much. Thank you so much, Vicky, for this time to share a little bit with my fellow aspirants, let me call it. And I would like to say that I was glad to meet, to come across such information, and it has been very enlightening for me. First of all, my desire for to relocate through the study route really instigated my, the interest that I have to look for the right person. Though there were so much out there that I came across, during my search for for how to go through this procedure. But one among that I find it very, very comfortable with, and also highly packaged and well informed and simple, is that of the JAPA system. And before that time, I knew I had no or little knowledge about how to go about it, how to even secure admission, how to apply for visa and all of that. And Canada procedure is also very, very meticulous, and they have
Yeah.
so much procedures that not like the other universities in UK and the US as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So they have each university has a peculiar way you need to apply. Some it's not just maybe filling the application online. Some you have to contact faculty supervisors. Some you have to get those preliminary engagements before you tender formal application via the university portal. So the process is not regular like any other country, either Australia or and US and UK like that. So, but I
Yeah.
didn't know how to start about it. That's just my point.
Okay.
Initially, I was even thinking maybe it's just tendering the normal application and all of that. I realized that most of the schools are not even responding to me. And besides, you
Mm.
also need some basic information before you even tender application to schools in Canada, like schools that
Yeah.
have that are DLI approved. Those schools that will offer you postgraduate work permit and all those things are very important. To have before tendering those applications. And
Okay.
technically, for me, the JAPA system actually empowered me with that information. I
Yeah.
needed to engage faculty supervisors to tender applications confidently that will be recognized, and all of that. So after I purchased the package, I went through the instructions. There are also instructional guide, before you go into the details. And then I also had, like one session I know with Shei, that is the owner of the package. I requested
Yeah.
for a session through an email. I wrote to her, and they booked me for appointment. So we had a one-on-one WhatsApp call with her.
Yeah.
She was very and friendly. So it also built my confidence, to dwell on the JAPA system package. I'm telling you this from experience that I've bought other packages.
Mm.
My experience with the JAPA system. I had access to the person. I didn't want to mention other, consulting firm because it's not very important for me now. But I'm
Yeah.
just emphasizing the one that helped me, the one that I am able to access at any time. And that is how I even met Victoria here that is tendering these live sessions with us for free.
Yeah.
So, and there are other also team that she worked with here in Nigeria. So, and I don't know for other countries, but I know she also worked with other team here in Nigeria, which also gives you confidence that apart from you, interacting by, from that distance, there are also people within the country that you can liaise with, that you can call at any time. Not only
Yeah.
Shei that is there in Canada.
Yeah,
So
I remember
one of the
sorry for cutting you short. I remember a certain time when you contacted me the first time, you were concerned about the visa, and I boost your confidence and told you to proceed with it because there was a time you wanted to pay an agency to help you process it, and you were concerned about your fund. You didn't have enough money, and I told you about information in JAPA system and how you can use the study loan. So I wanted to talk about that a little because I know you came back with good news. So I want to share it with everyone here, the good news.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
go
okay.
ahead.
Well, first of all, I would like to say that through the JAPA package, I was able to secure admission. I had different admissions actually that I got through the guide. I was able to secure some admissions that I didn't have to write to faculty supervisors. I secured some admissions that through also faculty supervisor, securing a supervisor before, tendering the application. I had those opportunity. And I had I have my confirmation letter from one of the universities as it is now.
Wow.
What the second, the joy of getting admission, lasts for just few weeks because you start thinking about how to get funding,
Yeah.
and the funding, just like Victoria told us here, that you need to calculate your 1 year school fees, and then like living expense and all of those
Yes.
things. You need to have it before you tender application for visa. So that was also another phase of challenge. I was happy. I shared with very good friends that close friends that this is what's happening. But after some time, I had to start thinking in my head with what to do next. So I spoke with Victoria about the visa application process. I spoke with her, and she also, honestly, she built my confidence, to start putting in content, for the visa application. And she also, exposed me to other platforms where I can get funding, I can get loan, I can get scholarship, still in the JAPA system. Actually, I'm someone that don't really have time, to dwell on documents, but the encouragement made me to go back to my package and check what are those things that are there. So these are the few things I can remember, to say and also share with co-colleagues.
Yeah. Yeah, and you told me you secured scholarship and then you were able to contact an organization that are willing to give you study loans. Yeah.
Yes. I didn't want
Yeah.
to mention the name of the
No, don't have to do that.
platform there,
It's a secret.
because it's in the JAPA
Those that are
system. So I
curious
didn't
should get
want
the
to.
Japan system to find out what information is there. So,
Yes.
guys, quickly, I'm going to show you because the Japan system is not just a book. I'm going to quickly show you what we are going to get in the Japan system. I've already shown you what you're going to get, and you have heard from all of our students who is in the process. I know by very soon, very soon, we are going to be hearing good news of his visa approval. So thank you very much, Mr. Evans, for coming up to share your experience with everyone. So guys, you have heard it. The Japan system is all you need. If you are concerned about the money, how you going to fund your study, the Japan system is there. You have scholarship, you have study loans and all that. So that's all you. So if you have questions, this is the time for me to take your questions. If you have questions, please, you can indicate and ask your questions.
Please, how can I get the Japan system book?
Yeah, who is speaking? Is someone speaking?
Please, it's Ellen. I'm in Ghana, and I'm asking
Okay, you're in Ghana?
Yes, please. How
Okay, what's your name, please?
Please, I'm Ellen Asanso.
Okay, you're welcome. Your question.
Please, I want to know how I can get the book to buy.
Okay, I'm going to be dropping a link soon. I'll drop a link for those that are in Ghana to get access. It is not a book. It is a system. It contains PDF. It's a video template you can use to prepare. I'm going to quickly drop the link for you. So if you need Japan system, quickly. And this system, it's available. And the bonuses are available in just 48 hours. After 48 hours, you will come back and you will not find the Japan system. So quickly jump into it. I'm going to send the link. Okay, any other question? Any other question? If you have question, this is the opportunity to say what is in your mind. Nobody is going to judge you. Just say what is in your mind. You are here to get information, to learn, so you do not make mistake. Okay. Sorry.
I have a question, madam.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you.
My name is Robert Omari. I am a graduate in finance.
Okay.
I got a second class upper division.
Okay.
And I'm also a certified public accountant of Kenya.
Okay.
So if I have to secure admission, it means I go in for a master's degree.
Okay.
Which, of course, because of my professional level, I would be exempted in 1 or 2 or 3 or more units, if I may say so.
Okay. So what's your question?
Now, my question is, if I get into the system, I don't know how long it will take for me to secure admission, and what is the duration between the time of applying to the time of joining school?
For the school, right? Is it for visa or school admission?
Yes, yes. To the time I
Okay.
start learning at school.
Okay. This is October, right? This is October. Now, in most schools, applications are open. So this is the best time to send in your application. Now, for universities, this is how they operate. If they open up their application portal in October, it's going to be open till February. Some of them will go into March. So they are going to wait to get all the applications. Then at the end, that is once the portal closes in February, then they are going to have a meeting and then choose. The committee will have to sit and then choose the best candidates. Then in March, you are going to hear from them. So those that are qualified will be sent an email, a congratulatory email that they have gotten admission. So if you send your applications in October, you will have to wait till February ending or beginning of March to hear from the school. But if it is a college takes people on a running basis. Yeah, you can submit in October, and by this is October, November, December, you will hear from the school. So that is how it runs. Okay. That answer your question?
So how long does it normally take to process the Canadian visa?
Okay, well, I cannot say it's a specific time. It depends. It can take 2 weeks. It can take 3 weeks. It can take a month. Okay, at least a month. It can also take 3 months. So there is no specific time. It depends on the visa officers. Okay, how fast they process your. So once it is processed, they can get it. I know someone that processed within 1 week. Yeah, within 1 week he got his visa. So that's how it works. So if you get your admission letter maybe in March, you can proceed immediately to process your visa. Let's say March, April, May, it will be out. So it depends.
So you want to tell me, madam, that once I'm in the system, there is no more cost that I will be incurring with you?
I did not get your question. Please come again.
Once I pay for the JAPA system,
okay,
is there any other cost that is involved in as much as I'm dealing with you?
Any cost that is involved? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
No, you get a free consultation with me, Sheyi Obasi, and our team of professionals. Okay? No, yes. That's a free call. But at the same time, I said it in the slide. I showed you where you're still going to incur other costs that you need to pay for your visa application fee, which is just $150. Yes. And you need to also pay for your application. That's for the school and for the visa. But if you are working with us, you're going to get a free one-on-one consultation with us and our team of professionals. And I also said all your documents are going to be reviewed to correct any mistakes so that we are going to avoid getting visa denial and the rest. Okay.
Okay,
yep.
Please.
So,
Ellen again. It's Ellen again.
Okay, Ellen, go ahead.
Okay, please. I learned you said the system is open for 48 hours. And
the bonus packet.
Yes, I was asking if I'm not having money with me right now, and maybe in a week time I have money with me, how can I get a system?
Okay. Before then, we just pray it should be extended. We just pray it should be extended. Okay? I cannot say that for now. But we just pray it's extended. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Madam, one more question, please.
Okay.
Now, the fact that I am in Kenya, I obviously don't know where you are. You're either in Nigeria or is it?
Yeah, I'm in Nigeria.
So apparently that means that I have to deposit my money into your account, is it?
No, you have to get we have our sales page online, so you get the blueprint online. I'm going to send the link to you. So those that are in Ghana, those that are in Kenya, I'm dropping the link right now. So just go online and get the guide for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm dropping the link for those that are in Nigeria, those are in Ghana. You would see where it is indicated there. So I'm dropping the link.
Am I allowed to ask one more short question?
Go ahead. You are free.
How long have you been doing this?
How long have I been doing this? It's over a year now.
Oh, it's over a year now.
Yeah.
And you have several success stories.
Oh, a whole lot of them. You have heard from one today, a whole lot of them. So you can also check, well, don't take my word for it, but you can also check our sales page and then you get more. And one thing I discovered is that most times people want to protect their privacy. They wouldn't want to come up in the open air to say this, but I know the system works if you work. We've gotten a whole lot of them. And those that are willing to share with us, like tonight you have heard, yeah, it works. The system
Any from Kenya?
works. Yeah. Any from Kenya? Yes. A whole lot of them from Kenya. From India, you have heard one from India. So a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. No more questions. Any more questions? Okay. I think we have taken.
Can I say something?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I would like to also add to what my friend from Kenya wants to authenticate. The owner of this blueprint is very popular on the internet. She has been as an international agent. What do you call it? What do they call it? She has been more like an international agent for the previous university she graduated from years ago. She has been on this she had this experience for a long time. It's not today, or it's not like last year or a few years ago that she started this process. It's someone that has a lot of experience and also has been there for a long time. And the team here are, within Nigeria and other countries are also there to support us, to provide us with the needed guidance in order to tender, a considerable application to those schools. But not that the JAPA system is just for 1 year. The JAPA system has been there for a long time. I've known JAPA system for almost 1 year now as a person, as a client, or as a customer. Yeah, but her experience is way more than 1 year, more than 2 years.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, any more questions? Please ask your questions so that you'll not be in doubt. Ask your question, ask your question. Okay, I think there are no more questions. We are going to wrap up this session. So just note that you have all that it takes to find yourself in Canada. Don't allow any agent to intimidate you because of the pathetic stories. Sometimes when I hear this story, I feel so bad. I feel so terrible. And that's why I've taken it upon myself to make this information, the Canada JAPA system, to take it to as many that are serious about relocating to Canada, because we don't want to hear any story at all when it comes to relocating to Canada. And this is an opportunity that is given to you on a platter of gold. You are not paying a dime to any agent. If you went to school, university, you graduated, you took your exam by yourself, then you should be able to do what with confidence, apply for your visa, apply for admission, do things for yourself. Now, this is the solution to that problem. So with this word, I think we'll take this to a close. So thank you very much, everyone, for taking out the time to attend this webinar. Yeah, so I'll be dropping the link now so you can quickly jump in, because after now, it has closed. So thank you very much and have yourself a lovely evening. I don't know what time it is in your country, but good evening from this place. It could be good morning, it could be good night. So thank you very much and have yourself a lovely evening. So if you still need more, if you still need to reach out to me, my DM is always open. Send me a message on WhatsApp. So thank you very much and do have yourself a lovely evening.